What is up, guys? It's Brilliantmeister here, and welcome to my Nihil money making guide for 2019. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on any of my future guides or any other content, and there is also a link to my Discord server in the description if you want to get more involved with the community. The profit per hour for this method is very good at 7.1 mil an hour due to the high value of the drops and the relatively low cost per hour to kill the Nihil. All it requires is an overload, a few prayer potions and a pack yak pouch. The price of the pouches is correct at the time of filming this, however I have seen them vary quite a bit over time. They've gone from anywhere between 80k to 140k per pouch, and that is a big chunk of the money, so that will affect the profit per hour quite a lot. The XP per hour for this method is quite bad. It's only about 300k combat XP an hour. However, that isn't really the main reason you kill Nihil. You kill them to make a good amount of GP. What I recommend to kill Nihil effectively is 85 plus in ranged and defense. This just allows you to kill them at a decent speed. 96 herb lore is pretty much a requirement and a must for this method, as the smoke Nihil, which is primarily what you'll be killing, they have an attack which lowers your stats, and this is completely negated by overloads as it just boosts them back up again. 92 prayer is recommended, as soul split is enough to keep you pretty much on full hit points all the time. You'll require no food for this method. It is possible without, but you'll have to bank for food and stuff quite often. You'll also want at least 67 summoning, but preferably 96, so you can use a war tortoise or a pack yak, as your inventory fills up very quickly with all the summoning secondaries that you get as a drop, and it'll save you a lot of time banking. And finally, 76 Slayer and Fate of the God's Quest are the actual physical requirements put into the game for you to kill Nihil. However, they are the easiest requirements on this list to get. This is how I personally have my inventory set up when I kill Nihil. I take a couple of holy overloads, 5 prayer potions, as that is enough to sustain you for the whole hour, a weapon poison ++, along with my enhanced Excalibur for the occasional emergency. You will very rarely have to use it, and if you don't have one, it's not the end of the world. Other than that, you can go with either an empty inventory or take one of each of the stackable drops that you get from the Nihil, as this will help you just keep your inventory tidier and make it look better while you're there. This leaves you with a couple of spaces left for picking up the summoning secondaries, which you can then just transfer to your Beast of Burden and then bank whenever it's full. For your equipment setup, you can pretty much customise the gear to what you own. This is just what I use and what I'd recommend. If you're on a Slayer task, then the Slayer helm is definitely the best option here, as it will increase your kill speed quite a lot. If not, then Pernix or an Armadillo helm will work completely fine in its place. A Blood Fury necklace works fine here as well. It gives you a little bit of healing and does a small amount of damage to the Nihil. However, a normal Fury or an Amulet of Souls, if you really want, can be substituted in its place. I personally use tier 80 Anima Core armor, as it doesn't degrade. However, if you only have Pernix, that'll work fine, and downgrading to Armadillo will work just as well, as you don't get hit a massive amount by the Nihil, you just have a slightly smaller damage bonus. A Noxious Longbow is definitely the best to use here, as it gives you a long range over the Ascension crossbows, so you have to run around less to aggro stuff. However, if you can't afford a Noxious bow, then a tier 87 Decimation bow or Shadow Glaze will be your best alternatives, and if you can't afford them, you can probably get away with using a Royal crossbow as well. Cinderbane gloves are absolutely unbeatable here, and I would highly recommend getting a pair if you don't have any, as using corruption shots stacked with the poison damage from the gloves can almost kill a lot of the other Nihil that you won't even be attacking, and then you can just pick them off when they're at low hit points and it will massively boost your kills per hour. Other than that, you can take pretty much whichever power boots you want. I use Armadillo because I don't think that an extra +1 for Pernix boots is worth the price. A Shard of Zaros is needed here, as it will stop you getting aggroed by everything in the room, and you can just choose what you attack. And having a Luck of the Dwarves is always good, as it gives you access to the rare drop table, and if you're really lucky, you get a Hazelmere Signet Ring. The two best options for getting to the Nihil are either teleporting directly to the World Gate with the 6th Age Circuit, and you can enter the pit from there, or if you don't have the 6th Age Circuit unlocked, you can always home teleport to the Eagle's Peak Lodestone, and then just run south to the World Gate from there. For the actual method of killing the Nihil, they aren't directly AFK, but they can be quite low attention, as you don't really have to put any effort into keeping your hit points high or using any abilities if you've got Revolution++ turned on. You want to make sure that you stay on the east side wall of the area, as this is where the 3 smoked Nihils spawn, and those are the ones that you want to kill, as they're weak to range, and their special attack, which lowers your stats, will be completely negated by having an overload active, and it will also save you a lot of running around chasing them if you're stood somewhere else in the room. If you kill them fast enough, you can normally trap at least 2 of them pretty much on their spawn points, so you only really have to move to pick up drops. If you're struggling with killing them fast enough so they start running off before you can aggro them, you can always tag one of the ones that's just spawned so it aggroes onto you, and then it won't run off around the room, and then go back to finishing off the one you're killing, then kill that one, and then tag another one when that spawns. Having 2 of them on you, they deal so little damage that having 2 of them is never really an issue. Soul Split will pretty much heal it all. I only really use Soul Split, I don't have any of the damage boosting prayers on, as I don't think the slight increase in kill speed is worth the extra inventory space taken up with additional prayer pots and the attention taken to making sure that you keep your prayer points up and your prayers active. However, if you do own the Vampirism aura, then when it's off cooldown, you can use the Vampirism aura with a damage boosting prayer, and then you don't have to use Soul Split, and you'll be able to stay alive very easily that way too. Over time, your poison damage from your Cinderbane gloves, your weapon poison ++, paired with corruption shot, will slowly get all the other Nihil in the room down to low hit points. If you see one that is on low hit points and it runs close to you, then you can very quickly finish off the last like 3,000 or 4,000 hit points that it has on it, and that will increase your kills per hour and obviously increase your profit per hour quite easily with very minimal effort. So corruption shot is definitely an ability that I would recommend using here. Thank you for watching this guide. If you found this guide helpful or enjoyed the video, don't forget to give us a like and leave a comment below if you have any further questions regarding this method. If you did enjoy, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell icon so you're always notified of any of my future content. There's also a link, as I said earlier, to my Discord chat below. Thank you very much for watching. See ya.